All right, hello everybody. So I really enjoyed this assignment because I started to realize how many different subgroup genres we're in. We're all students. I'm a rock climber, a world adventure traveler. I'm a member of the Screen Actors Guild. But of all the cults and subcults that I'm in, heavy metal music, I'd say this is the most dynamic. So I'm going to explore the dynamics of being a metalhead today with you guys. So I've been to over 300 concerts, many of which hard rock and heavy metal. This is one of 4 of my concert albums that I took out of my shoebox and my cigar boxes and put them into albums. I'm going on my 5th one of these. And I've been to over, like I said, 300 concerts. I'm a producer and a director and ran my own DJ show. I have over 1,700 albums, including iTunes, Wax, CD. I skipped cassettes, even at the time when they were popular. And I'm the producer, writer, and director of the feature film Metalheads. So I know a little bit about it. I'm going to tell you about the unique and exciting culture of Metalheads and share some of my experiences with it, of the hard rockin' world. So first of all, the impact of metal on... I'm not doing this without my tunes. What happened? Okay. And Metalheads will interrupt a speech to turn on Metallica. The impact of metal on me, it's been scientifically proven that metal releases stress. How could it not, you know, even though it's counterintuitive, and it certainly has been true for me. Attending live concerts, the tribal elements, like a vacation, a getaway from the real world. You're enjoying the tribal vibe of everything, the theatrics. That's very therapeutic. I've also formed lifelong relationships around my love and shared passions in the music with my friends. So metal's been really good for that. And again, like I mentioned, I've also was the subject of my first feature film that I developed from a play that was also a play that I'd written. Now I'm going to share with you how it's impacted me personally with some cultural icon objects. As you know, as you may or may not know, wardrobe plays a very important part in culture and cultural identity. And the metal jacket, the painted metal jacket is very iconic for metalheads. It's used to show what specific subgenre that a person might most identify with, and my particular jacket shows my eclectic taste. I've got the Queensryche emblems. I've got this is Sisters of Mercy, but mostly I put it there because I'm into Egyptology. It's the Eye of Horus. I even slid in a Grateful Dead, Steal Your Face with a peace sign, not exactly metal. But like I said, metal crosses a lot of genres. It actually goes all the way back to Beethoven and Bach were the first metalheads, and Richard Wagner. This is the Death of Day, the swan song Zeppelin, which has a lot of roots for a lot of different music, encompassed inside Pink Floyd's Prism from Dark Side of the Moon. Metallica's represented on here twice with the Ride the Lightning album and with the Master of Puppets, and then I got my name at the bottom. So I did a hard work of night of landscaping to get this jacket painted by an artist neighbor of mine, and then after it was done, it was a little too gaudy for me and I almost never wore it. It looks better on my girlfriend anyway. She always wears it to the shows, so I rarely wear it anymore, but at the time it seemed like the thing to do. Another very important thing, and places to wear it every day and anywhere, especially concerts, holidays, special events. And there's 2 kinds of jackets, leather or jean, and sleeves are optional, right? Other cultural objects include anything leather, vest, pants, bracelets, jewelry, it's all good. And for jewelry, we prefer, or it just seems by happenstance, to be silver. Bolder, the better. The more bold, the more better in your jewelry. The black concert t-shirt is kind of obligatory. Now people have gotten away from it a bit. And again, there's 3 generations of metal fans. So now it tends to be the younger generation that still wears the shirt, but I'll break out like one from the 90s or something just because it's kind of old and cool. So you can't go wrong with the basic black t-shirt in the metal culture. Now I'm going to share with you some of the history by telling you some of the icon shapers of this. Ronnie James Dio gave us the metal horns. This was the Moloch. His old Italian world grandma used to do this to give or defend against the evil eye, and it became the metal horns. Rob Halford, the lead singer of Judas Priest, was into the gay leather scene in London, inadvertently developed the wardrobe, the go-to wardrobe for one of the most macho of all art forms from the gay leather scene in London. Thank you very much. Tony Iommi lost part of his finger in an industrial accident, had to tune down his guitar and play it differently. He was the lead guitarist for Black Sabbath. That gave us our heavier sound. Punk rockers pogoing gave us our mosh pits, and Lars Ulrich, the super fan from Metallica, gave us our drumming, our big beats, reintroduced the British heavy metal. Metal has many subgenres, too many to mention, but a few is death metal, Celtic, folk, metal, thrash, funk, metal, Christian metal. In conclusion, the culture of metal remains dynamic today, but it's also very inclusive, even though it's a very male-driven genre. We don't care what you wear, what you look like, what your politics are, what your religion is, as long as you don't push them on us. We don't care if you dress like a tomboy or a stripper, but we prefer stripper. We don't care if you do drugs or if you drink, if you don't, as long as you don't affect the freedoms of others. We're a very inclusive group. Again, with the dotted subgenres to choose from. So I hope now that you know a little bit about metal and its heritage, maybe you'll come to a concert, maybe you'll come and join us and see us in a mosh pit. And again, it looks violent, but it's not. If anyone's caught purposely throwing an elbow in a mosh pit, the tribe will turn on them and deal with them. So maybe come and see us, pick a group you like, come live, maybe I'll see you in the pit. Thank you. Heavy metal, thank you for your time.